Shalom, shalom, people. Good afternoon, good evening, good rising, no matter where you at on the earth. Count out joy today. I'm grateful and thankful that I get to talk to you, that I get to come in your homes to let y'all know that there's still an empty grave, that I exist, that I am, that I have risen, and I'm awake. First, giving all honor and all glory to the Most High, the Eternal Clean, the only Mighty One, Yahuwah or Allah, Ramamu Yahuwah, Braki Yahuwah, to the Yahuwah. All praises and all esteem and all glory goes to Him and Him alone. I surrender to His will and I submit to His ways. I repent of my sins and I surrender all. I'm grateful and thankful that I am alive. I appreciate the fact that I am alive. I appreciate the fact that He saved me from the pit, that my enemies have dug for me, and the enemies, they still trying to dig a pit for me, but it's not my strength, it's not my power, it's not my might, but it is the grace and the love and the mercy, the kindness, the hand, His strength, His power, His might of Yahuwah Allah that sustains me, gives me hope in the future. No matter what this world system wanted for me, this government system wanted for me, what these dark covens, these secret societies, the Illuminatis, these Freemasons, these church pastors, these witches, these warlocks, these practitioners, these soothsayers, these voodoo priests and priestesses, these shamans, anybody that operates in wickedness and deceptions that dabble in the spiritual realm. And I put like this: no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So I'm here on the authority of the Most High to speak my truth, to live my truth. Just me coming up on your feed should be testimony enough that He works and that He's real. He never lost a battle. He never will. His word doesn't come back void. He's not a man that shall lie. And what the enemy wants for me is not what the Most High wanted for me. And it's not what I wanted for myself. Just to let you know that I am the Son of the Most High. I am chosen. I am set apart. I am made in His image and His likeness. I am the apple of His eye. But I'm not glorifying myself, not at all. I'm glorifying the Father, which is the one who sustains me and molds me and builds me up. I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to be able to be amongst the living. I'm thankful and grateful to Him that He saved a wretch like me when I was out there in the world, living in sin, partaking in Satan's devices, just doing all type of tomfoolery, But today I have shalom. A lot of people don't know what that means. It means I have peace. I have joy, regardless of my circumstances. It's not painful for me to say that. It may look like I had a pain on my face, but I look back at what He has brought me through throughout my whole life. I'm eternally grateful to Him. I can smile today. Even, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I'm not putting on no fake facade. I'm not gonna act like I'm this and I'm that. I'm gonna be really, really honest with you people. Deep down inside, I want better for myself. I desire better for myself. I want to elevate. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to grow in His will. I want to learn more of Him. I want to be rooted in His Word the right way, not the wrong way. I'm not trying to be out here following men's tradition, man-made religion. I'm not out here trying to follow no clique, no factions, no sect, no denominations, no covens, no secret societies. I don't rock with Freemasons. I don't dabble in the occult. I do not worship a Baal or his demons. I don't pagan worship. I don't Baal worship. I am a child of the Most High. I believe in Him and I believe in His Word. I believe that He's all-knowing, He's all-powerful. This was in my heart. This is how I conduct myself. This is how I carry myself. And this is what I believe in. I walk in my truth. And I choose to rise every day. No matter how cloudy it is outside, no matter what it is, I choose to walk by faith and not by sight. This is just me being who He created me to be, me being who I am. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to live my life. True freedom, and people don't understand, is being free from all negativity, being free from all karmic energies, all negative energies, all manipulators, all narcissists, all self-righteous people, being free from the cares of yesterday, the worries of yesterday, the stress of yesterday. True freedom is just being yourself, your true and authentic self, the self that He created you to be, how He made you to be. He made men to be men. He made women to be women. He made things, did things in order. He set things in order. So I believe in that. And I believe in embodying that. Also, true freedom is not depending on no man, no woman, no system, no organization, but depending on Him. He sets the standards. He put this together. He orchestrated all of this. He's in control of all things and everything. So no matter what anybody try to say or think or feel, I'm here. I'm backed by Him. And I am the CEO of this, meaning that only because of Him and through Him, I stand in my authority. That means He's in control and I oversee over His children, the 12 tribes of Yasharel, the Yahudim, foreigners and aliens and Gentiles alike, even the animals on this earth. That's my responsibility. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful that he chose me, that I'm set apart, that he knew me before I was conceived in my mother's womb, and that I'm the apple of his eye. Yes, we are all his children. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that nobody is his children. He's the Abba of us all. But I'm here and I exist, and it's me being me and doing what he's called for me to do. So I elevate, I motivate, I inspire change, and I declare a decree, and I war in the spirit. So I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I carry. So like I said, it is bigger than me. I'm not selfish. I'm not powerful. I'm not arrogant. But I choose to be obedient, and I choose to do the will of the Father, regardless of what the enemy think. No matter what they feel, what they think they got away with, or anything else. His will be done, regardless, not my will. The enemy tried to get me to turn my back on the Creator. My enemies came up in my life to bully me, but I've been bullied all my life ever since I was a kid. But this spiritual warfare, the bullies, these witches, these warlocks, these covens, these secret societies, this government system, this world system, Sabal and his agents, and anybody else that work in darkness are my enemies. Did I set out to be an enemy for them? No. But the enemy, the true enemy, Sabal himself, the devil himself, and all his agents, these demonic entities that's rolling around on this earth, that's working in the shadows, that's in these high places. You know, this is principalities, these in high places, these people that operate out of wickedness and deception and lies and manipulations, the puppet masters on this earth. You know who been sitting down here after he rebelled because he wanted to know the secrets of darkness, or he can expose the light because he didn't listen. He wanted to be the Creator. He wanted to overthrow the Creator. He wanted to sit on the throne of the Creator. So the Creator lamented, and he gave him what he wanted. But when he gave him what he wanted, he stripped him of his rank. He stripped him of his title, because he was the first thing that he created that he loved. It was the most powerful being there ever was in the Shamayim. But he lost, and he kept descending into darkness. He kept getting more rebellious. He kept getting more envious and jealous. And he got envious and jealous of what the Most High had created, which is us in his image and his likeness. He said in the beginning, let there be light. And so there was light. You know, he said, let us make men in our image. Let us make man in our image and our likeness. So in the beginning, I got people throwing the demonic signs at me. I got Satan. I got an actual Satanist that's in front of me, watching me, looking at me, throwing up demonic signs, and thinking I'm not, you know. But like I said, be watchful, be sober-minded, because your adversary, the devil, goes to and fro like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. But at the end of the day, I laugh because the enemy is trying his best. But the devil, Sabal, already know that he already lost. But these people, they are telling on themselves, coming out of the shadows, coming out of the woodwork, exposing themselves continually. These people is operating out of wickedness and deception and lies, There's two types. There is light and there is dark. I'm of the light. I have the light of the Most High that dwells in me. I radiate this light, and I will not shrink down my light because people that works in darkness that's been controlling and pulling these strings ever since he got sent down here. These devil worshipers, these pagan worshipers, these Baal worshipers. You know, I come up against all these things. You know, daily people keep dabbling in the spiritual realm. I've been left out in the cold. I've been left out in the rain. I've been homeless. I sleep on the streets. I wear the same clothes. And I'm looking like I haven't been through anything. Because the things they wanted for me, the pits. Basically, if you want to know about my life and my story and what I'm here for, read the book of Enoch. Read Isaiah, the prophet Isaiah, when it talks about the Son of Man. Then when you know, that's my story. And that's my story, and I'm not changing the fact of who I am. Regardless what they try to think and how they feel about me, they're not going to win at the end of the day, so they can keep on doing the things they think they're going to do, but they will never prevail. Light and dark can't coexist. So no matter what manipulation, no matter what they try to do, no matter what tactics, no matter what spells they do in my face, behind my back, in the witching hours from midnight to 6 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't even matter. I've been under attack by this world system, by this government system, by these people that travel to different countries, paying practitioners, paying these people to speak negative, to want death on my life. I didn't know how to fight, but now I know how to fight. I didn't know who my enemy was. I didn't even know there was enemy in my bloodline, in my family, people I grew up with, the communities I grew up in, my neighbors, and everything else. I didn't realize, I didn't understand it, but now I know. Now I know. But the thing is, I don't wish harm and death or destruction on my enemies. They did it to themselves. They wanted it for me. The things that they wanted from me, they wanted me to be broke, busted, and disgusted out here on the street. They wanted me to be homeless out here on the street. But at the end of the day, I know my desires and I know what my heart desires. I know what I want. I know what I deserve. I know what I deserve. I know what I worked hard for. I know what I put myself in this position to be a winner. I'm a winner. I'm going to win no matter what the enemy wants for me and stuff like that. See, I have these monitoring spirits, these people, these groups, these covens, these cliques, these secret societies, the Illuminatis, these Freemasons, all these religious cults, all these atheists, all these things, people and situations that come up against me. I deal with it on a daily basis. These people, these Agent Smiths of the world, these people, these hide behind their deception and lies. It was cloudy, it was rainy yesterday, and you still got people hiding behind their shades, behind their glasses. So it's not. I'm just bringing you to attention to what I've been through in my life, what was happening to me, or what's happening to me on a daily basis. I got people that's trying their best to speak negative over my life. People keep on dabbling in things they ain't supposed to be dabbling in. But the thing about it is, I'm proof that the Most High is real. I'm proof that the Most High dwells in me. His Ruach HaKodesh dwells inside of me. Now I know what my enemy looks like. I know how they walking. I know what they doing. I know what they carry. And at the end of the day, I am not impressed. Wicked people, hurt people, envious people, jealous people. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to do what they're going to do. And I can't stop that. The only thing, only being, the only spirit, the creator himself, the great I am, the only mighty one, can put a stop to this. You know, ain't like I'm out here causing havoc and destruction and wanting death on people's lives. So I'm just out here speaking my truth. I'm out here being my authentic self, and I'm exposing, well, he's going to expose him anyway. But like I said, I know what witchcraft feels like. I know what it looks like. I know what they're trying to do, how they're trying to do it. I know these binding spells. I know these beauty spells, necromancy, astral projecting, destiny swapping, all these other things. How they send people in my life. I know my life is on display. My life is on display on this whole world, and everything else. I know how they try to follow me. I know how they try to mimic me. I know how they try to just insert themselves in my life, to be close to me, to be next to me, because who I am and what I carry. You know, people think this is boasting and bragging. I'm not boasting and bragging. I'm just speaking my truth and living my life. And I've been put to the forefront. You know, did I seek this for my life? Did I imagine that my life would be on display like the way it is right now? No. No. But at the end of the day, did I knew this was going to be put on my shoulders? Did I knew that I was going to carry this? I did not know. But I know what I carry now, and I know the importance of this is. And I'm not the type of person that's selfish, that's not prideful, that's not arrogant, that's not boastful, that doesn't envy nobody, that doesn't worship no man, no faction, no covenant. I don't worship this. I don't worship Satan. I don't worship the devil. I don't worship Sabal. I don't worship idols. I worship the Creator and Creator alone. I declare and decree that over my life, that I put a video out. You know, I know people watching me. I know people following me. I know people watches my back devices. I know people that works behind the scene that takes my videos, chop it up. I know people take my voice, use it to make it and read from a script. See, technology. See what the Most High, see, he sees all, knows all, he hears all. So I know I got organizations. I know I got people. I know I got people that's working behind the scenes. I know I got people that stole my identity. You know, stole from me in the spiritual, because I didn't know how to war, because I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't waking to who I truly am. That stole from me in the spirit and stole from me in the natural. Stole my ID, they stole my birth certificate, they stole my social security card. You know, they use my information. People use my information to start businesses and everything else on this earth. I'm not blind to the fact of what's going on. So everything will be revealed in this due time. But I'm not afraid, I'm not scared, and it doesn't matter. So when you come out, and I know you will come out, and I know you will show your face, because you ain't got no choice but to show your face. Just know, I never wanted this for you. You wanted it for you. You wanted it for you because you wanted it for me. You gave me power because who you worship. You gave me power because who you worship. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not the one to be envied. I'm not the one to be worshipped. Don't put me on a pedestal like that. Put the Most High. He gets all of it. He gets all esteem. He gets all glory. He's one worthy to be praised and worshiped. He always have and he always will be. My job is to wake up the people, wake up the lost sheep, wake up the children, the 12 tribes of Yasharel, the Yahudim, to restore them back to true worship, to who they are, who they serve, who their master is. Yahuwah Alawah. And the original name of the Messiah is Yahushua HaMashiach, the Son of Man, the chosen one, the divine one, the anointed one, the line of Yahudah, the lily in the valley, the Lamb of the Most High. And I'm here to do the Most High's will. So, but like I said, I've been through witchcraft. I've been gang stalked. I've been humiliated. I've been offered bribes from this government system. I've been offered $35 million from Elon Musk himself. I did not take it. I turned it down. I got people wanting me to do things and join their cliques and crews and how they do things. And I refused. I didn't choose the easy way out. I did not choose the easy way out. I did not sell my soul for breadcrumbs. So if it means if I got to suffer, and if I got to be out here homeless on the street to wait till the Most High to come through for me, so be it. Do I want it for myself? Do I want to be homeless out here? No, but if it takes for me to suffer to get where I need to be, I'm going to suffer to get where I need to be, to where He want me to be at the end of the day. Meaning, I'm not going to sell out. I'm not going to turn my back on the Creator. And I'm not worrying about none of these witches out here that's working in darkness, that's coming up in my atmosphere, that's coming up in my face, that's trying their best to cast their spells, to be right here in front of my face as I speak to you right now. These people that are working out of darkness, they're not going to win. Like I said, suffer not a wish to live, but wish shall not labor. These are the words of the Most High. That means all witches, they need to repent and turn from their wicked ways, or they will die. And these are the words of the Most High. So, but I'm not helping nobody. You got to help yourself. You got to save yourself. Scripture says save yourself. This is what He says. Save yourself. And no matter what, I'm not a coward. He didn't make me to be no coward. I'm not no bully. I'm not no liar. I'm not spreading false narratives on people. I'm not going into people's homes to make people gang up on anybody else. I walk alone, but I'm never alone. I walk alone, but I'm never alone. I have the Most High. I have a kingdom family in the Shamayim, which is the Malakins, which y'all call angels, which is divine council, those who are there in the heavenly realms, those watchers, those beings up there, those spirits up there. So I have the backing. So I'm not worried about nothing. I'm not worried about anything. I've been through a lot. I suffered a lot. I had to be away from family, people that I love, even though they didn't love me like I loved them. I had to be away from them. I had to be put in the wilderness season, regardless. And I don't despise it. I appreciate it. Even though it hurts me to be out there, I'm grateful and I'm thankful. You know, I had to be stripped bare. I can't walk around with baskets of clothes and everything else. So I had to minimize, and I had to just do what I can do. You know, I had to be stripped of money. I had to be away from jobs because these wicked system. I cannot work a job like everybody else on this earth that depends on these jobs to tell them what to do and how to do it. You know, the school system. Something about the school system that don't rock with me, that doesn't resonate with me. It's colleges and everything else. These man-made institutions, but don't speak the truth. They speak deceptions and lies. These master manipulators that's been going around since the beginning. All these things. So any witchcraft, any sorcerer that's coming up against me, I'll bind it and right back to sender. Sevenfold, tenfold, no matter what. Weapons may form, but they won't prosper. I declare and decree it over my life. From this day forward, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. They will form, but they will never prosper. So my job is to let y'all know what y'all facing up against. Humanity, regardless what nationality you are, but I'm here to wake up the children of Yasharel, the 12 tribes, the house of Yahudah, the Yahudim. And any and every foreigner and alien and Gentile that believes what we believe in, you're ushered in. But at the end of the day, my responsibility is for his children alone. That set apart nation that's been sold into slavery, that was dispersed throughout the four corners of the Eretz. The set apart nation. Does it mean that I hate people? No. Does it mean that I hate your nationality? No, I don't. I don't hate. We all spirits are having a human experience. So that means I don't hate, I don't cause division, but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. He is the Alawah of order. Period, point blank. That don't mean I hate. I love anybody and everybody. I give people a chance that does the right thing, that live accordingly to the will of the Most High. So, what makes you think I hate people? But I know the deception and the lies. I know what my enemy's tactics are, what they're trying to do, because they don't speak truth. When they say they have a form of godliness in them, they worship him with their mouths, but their hearts are far from him. Because at the end of the day, if their hearts was with the Most High, they would speak the truth. They would know the truth. They would speak the truth that who was originally here in this land of the United States before they came to this land and wiped out the natives of this land. They will speak these things. They will not hide behind it. They will own up to it. They will repent from the sins of their forefathers that's passed down from generation to generation. And at the end of the day, our people need to repent of the sins of our forefathers when we get out of the will of the Most High, while we was disobedient to the Creator. Once we acknowledge that within ourselves, knowing who we are, the better we will be. Then you know that the Most High, Yahuwah, your Alawah, dwells in you. His rock dwells in his children. Once you understand that, you will not kill each other. You will not hate each other. You will not be jealous. You will not be envious. You will not be spiteful. You will not live out of ignorance and not have a rebellious spirit. This is the inheritance of the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. However you want to say it, we forever learning. So we want to grow. Like I said, I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to learn the right way, his way alone. Yes, we've been behind the eight ball for over 400 years. Ever since our oppressors, ever since this Roman Catholic changed the name of the Creator, Emperor Constantine, the Roman Catholic Pope, and everybody else that follows them, that changed the name of Yahuwah or Allah and changed the name of his only begotten son, Yahushua HaMashiach. But he know people that's been deceived for over 400 years. He wrote it. And this is the time that he said he's going to restore pure language. And people, he will sup with the people. He will dwell with the people that call on his name. Yeah, what was meant for evil, he can turn around and make it for good. So he is using people. And we understand that. We know that he uses people that still call on a false Messiah, that still calls on a false mighty one, the deceptions and the lies. But this is not to condemn them. This is just to wake them up. You know, people say this and that, but are you willing to dig deep? Are you willing to really know? Are you really to have a personal relationship? He has personal relationship on the certain ones. Yes, he does. And we are called to do his will on this earth, at this time, in this age, on this new earth, regardless at the end of the day. So I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I lead. I set the tone. I am the blueprint. I am the salt of the earth. I am that house on the hill that cannot be hidden. So it doesn't care what anybody thinking, how they feel about me. I stand in an authority that he's put upon me to wake up the people, to wake you up, denounce this world system, wake up from this matrix, cry out to the Creator, allow him to come into your life. Surrender and submit to his will with your whole heart. Ask him to purify your heart. Ask him to sanctify you, to change your mindset, to renew your mind, to renew your heart, to purify you. And have an open and honest relationship with him. Allow him to come into your life. Allow him to remove the veil of your eyes, for you know how to war in the spirit. No matter where you at on this the earth, this flat earth, not this round circle. Like I said, motion pictures started in the 1930s. They had a picture of the earth, but nobody can leave this earth due to the firmament that's over here, over this earth. So no man except Elijah, Enoch, or the Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach, has left this earth. Elijah left this earth. Enoch and the Messiah left this earth. No man in history has ever left this earth. And NASA, that's a demonic thing. I see a lot of people walking around with their NASA shirts on. If you don't know what NASA is, I suggest y'all look it up and find out for yourself. See how people suffer from a lack of knowledge. They got these people, this space system, this system telling you they can go into outer space. They ain't going into outer space. They got these pools. They got these buildings. They got these underground bunkers and everything else. They don't go into space. They use wire magic, wire work. It's been, and to this day, they still operating out of deception and lies to keep people blinded, to keep people focused on this and that, and they hiding behind the truth. I'm here. If I'm here, that means the truth is going to be told. That means the deception and lies is going to be exposed. Ain't no underground bunkers going to save people. Ain't no mountains, ain't no valleys, ain't no peaks, ain't no rivers. And ain't nobody going into outer space. They may think going into outer space, they think they got these underground tunnels. They travel up on the earth. They digging these things and all that stuff. They doing all these things. Undersea cities and everything else. They think they're getting away with all these things, but they're not getting away with nothing. And you think I'm lying? Only time will tell. That's all I gotta say. So I'm not worried about none of these government officials. I ain't nothing worried about this president. I ain't worried about these FBI agents, these CIA agents, these military personnel, these people, these Green Berets, these Marines, the people off the grid, these FBI agents, these CIA, these ops, these, I'm not worried about no man. I fear no man. I fear no op, none of this stuff. I fear the Creator. That's who I fear. Because I love Him. And honoring Him means everything to me. So, this is my testimony. I've been met through all type of oppositions. I had the government on my shoulders. They had my head. They dug a pit for me. They celebrated my funeral. They gang stopped me. They followed me. They mimicked me. They lied on me. They did everything they can do everything they think they could do to destroy me. But I'm still here. Make that make sense. I've been poisoned through food. I've been poisoned through drink. And I'm still alive. Make that make sense. I've been shot at more than once. Bullets flying through me. They coming at me, but they're not hitting me. Make that make sense. Seriously. When I was out there doing the dancing and doing the devil, participating in his devices, living in his ways, every opportunity to take me out, and I'm still here. Not that I'm rubbing it in anybody's face. Just me alive, and my enemies know what they've done and how they done it. How they came up against me, how they paid people, groups, different covens and cliques and sects came together, and they don't even like each other. They hate each other. But they put their resources together to take me out. And certain people out that's chosen by the Most High, and we still here. And we still have a voice, and we still have a purpose, and it will be done. It is going to get done regardless at the end of the day. His will is going to be done. So like I said, I'm not fearful of no man. I'm not fearful of no group, no factions, no organizations, no secret societies, no Illuminatis, no Freemasons, none of this, no pastor, no bishop, no pope, no rabbi, no imam, nobody. So you can try to intimidate me all you want. You can send people to watch me and monitor me. You can go back and they're going to go back and report. And continue to go back and report. I'm not accepting anything but authentic behavior. If you're not real, if you're not honest, if you're not doing the will of my Father, I have no parts with you. Period. And I know if you're doing the will of my Father, if you ain't doing the will of my Father, because He will let me know a small percentage that I'm building with. That's it. So I suggest you to govern yourself, to go within yourself, to look within your heart and see what type of spirit that dwells in you. What spirit are you really truly operating out of? Do you really think if you operate out of the Most High, you understand what I'm saying? You know how I feel, and you know what I came up against, and you know that I'm here. If you operate, if you have that spirit, that Ruach HaKodesh, that Holy Spirit, if you have His mark, His essence on you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you operate out of darkness and wickedness, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you jealous, and you hateful, and you envious, and you lie, and you scheme. You pay people to do this, pay people to do that. You operate out of deception and lies and manipulation. You run in this system. You keep putting evil on this earth. And you're not following the statutes, laws, and the commandments of the Most High. So that's all I know. The fruits of the Spirit. But at the end of the day, this is my truth. This is my testimony. I am that I am, and I exist, and I'm not shrinking down for nobody, no man, no woman. We grow, we elevate, we motivate, we inspire, we make change. Change is going to come. Yes, it will. It's going to come. And it's happening. And it's happening right now. So, this is my testimony. This is my story. I done been through a lot from a child, even to yesterday, maybe even today. I see how the enemy came up on me, throwing their little devil signs, wearing their little pagan worshipers, coming up in my atmosphere, try to intimidate me. But I'm not impressed, and I'm not moved. I'm not so easily moved. All praises to the Most High, Yahuwah, Allah. That's who moves me. That's who I fear. That's who I trust. That's who I believe in. And that's where my faith lies. And I ain't trying to convince y'all nothing. I'm just letting you know I'm not the one of the two. Don't come for me unless I send for you. Period, point blank.